Welcome back to the baseline. We are officially a week away, or we passed the deadline. I think it was good. We have a video we did on Friday, so go check that out. We did it with my buddy Al. That was a lot of fun. So if you're interested on our thoughts on trades, go check that out. Also, hit that subscribe button. What from the things that I've seen, it's a lot of people are not subscribed that watch, so please help support the channel and hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up to help us out. I really appreciate it. But let's talk about this last week and what's been going on. The Dodgers, big story because they're not really doing well. The lineup has been awful. The bullpen really hasn't been good. Edwin Diaz blew a save. His ERA is like 9 or like something crazy like that. He really wasn't good to the beginning of the season either, but it's not. This is not the Dodgers. This is not the things that we're used to seeing, because the Dodgers are like this super team and they are. They got Tarik Skubal. They lost on his debut against the Cubs. That was another thing. They lost like 7 games in a row. Got swept by the Red Sox, got swept by the Cubs, and this is kind of showing you that the field is not scared of the big bad Dodgers anymore. For crying out loud, they had Eduardo Rodriguez pitched 7 innings. He threw 115 pitches yesterday. They're not even scared of Ohtani. They're challenging him now. The whole age thing, I get it. I understand why some fans and some reporters are doing the whole age thing. Oh, watch out, the age and this and that. But these are great players. I understand they're going to get down with age and everything's not going to be as good as it was. But it could be. Mookie Betts hasn't really been good this past week. Same thing with Freddie Freeman. I know Freddie Freeman said, "Wait, we're not worried. We're a great team," and they are. I think any team really would have that philosophy of, "Hey, look, listen, we're a very, very great team. We are good." I just think the difference between them and the field is that they are full of all-stars. But it's struggling. Tarik Skubal does make his home debut tonight. I believe Blake Snell is going to pitch tomorrow. I think that was the report last time I heard. Glass now, I think, is just starting his rehab game. Look, that's great. You can have the pitching. You could. The hitting is not working, like we just mentioned. It's not. So that's the thing that's on my mind, is that if the hitting is not going well, how do you expect to win? It kind of reminds me of the 23 playoff run, where the pitching hold them off. They did very, very well. And then, but like Mookie Betts didn't do well in that series against the Arizona Diamondbacks. And Freddie Freeman. It's kind of like the New York Yankees. The pitching is great. The pitching is phenomenal. The hitting sucks. Now, am I worried about the Dodgers and like, oh no, the Dodgers lost 7 in a row? I understand, like, people are comparing it to last year. Oh, they lost 7 in a row last year and they end up winning the World Series. This, I think, is where the field is going to now watch and see what the Dodgers are. And that's going to be a challenge for the Dodgers. Because come playoff time, you could have, like the Phillies, for example. I think the Philadelphia Phillies are going to be better in a way. Wheeler, Sanchez is a lefty. Jesus Luzardo is a lefty. I think they're going to use that to the advantage against the Dodgers because of Freddie Freeman and Shohei, Max Muncy. They're going to use that to the advantage. Especially if they keep playing this well. And that's the one thing that happens is the Phillies are playing really, really well. But we have to see, because you never know. But it's a different year, and it's a different mindset this year, just in case there is a lockout. And if there is a lockout, teams are going to try to win now. Dodgers have the 3rd best record in baseball right now, even in the National League, which is really, really odd, because the last couple of years they've been the best. So I don't know. We'll have to see. Like, I'm not worried about it, but it's such a big story because it's the Dodgers, and it's going to be difficult to win 3 World Championships in a row. Excuse me. It's going to be really, really, really difficult for this Dodger team to repeat. Everything's got to come into place. I don't know how it's going to work and what the plan is. We'll have to see, and we'll have to see how good Blake Snell is, because that could even be a key point to their success or their downfall. Glasnow, I really don't trust Glasnow. Like, I understand that he is a good pitcher, but he's so injury prone, and like I said, he really didn't do well all postseason until he came out of the bullpen. Then he was good in Game 7 of the World Series. But we have to see. You never know. Even the good teams have their downfall, and this is it right now. I'm expecting them to get hot, but they had this big lead, and now it's down to 7.5. It's still big for the Dodgers, but if they keep playing like this, it could get shorter and shorter and shorter. Another big story that happened, the Athletics and the general manager have now parted ways. This is very interesting, since I believe you are 2 years away from going to Las Vegas. Now, the rumor is that the GM doesn't want to go to Las Vegas, has no intent to go to Las Vegas. I don't know if it's true. Nothing came out of his mouth. But this does feel a little bit weird that this happened. Oakland is a young team. Oakland is a fun team to watch. I mean, they are struggling now. It's back to kind of the Oakland ways, or athletic ways. Sorry, no longer Oakland. Force of habit. But they got such young talent, and Chandeliers and Rooker and Clark, Wilson, the shortstop, who just made a record, 111 games without making an error. I mean, congratulations to him. That is very hard to do, because in today's game you see errors left and right. And now I want to know, what's the plan? What's the future for the Athletics? I mentioned that they are going to Las Vegas. Now you don't have a GM. I mean, obviously they're going to find a GM either during the offseason or whatever they're going to do. I'm pretty sure they're going to have no problem with that. I mean, I think anybody will kind of take this job just because it's a new start. It's a new life on people. But how are you going to convince players to go to Las Vegas and build around this team? I think they're going to need some veterans. They're going to need some thing to grab fans on the seats. And right now, this is like very bad news for the Athletics. And like I said, how's it going to impact the 2 years that you have going into the new stadium, new way? I don't know, but I mean, they like I said, they have a fantastic roster. They're young, they're hungry. I think they could compete in a few years. They just gotta add the pieces. But right now, like as a player, in the player's mindset, it's gonna be very hard to convince people, hey, play here in Sacramento for 1 year and then come on and play in Las Vegas in 2028. I think it's going to be very, very hard to do. I mean, Luis Severino has expressed his interest in pitching there. He hates it. According to people, Las Vegas, like the air is kind of similar to Colorado. I think it's going to be an indoor stadium where it's got like a retractable roof. But either way, pitchers are not going to want to go there. Maybe hitters, but who's gonna want to come? It's gonna be a very difficult couple of years for the Athletics. That's my opinion. All right, short one today. Not really anything big news. Like I said, go check out our deadline recap that we did on Friday, me and Al. Like I said, it was a lot of fun. It was great. Like, comment, subscribe. Please help support our channel. I have fun doing this, and hopefully you guys have fun listening to us. And don't be afraid to even express your guys' interest on any topic, really. Doesn't have to be what I'm talking about. But we're going to sign off, and I will see you all in the next one.